just welcome you to notice the difference between starting seated compared to standing. And we're just going to get to witness that transition. But for this morning, I wanted us to feel close to the ground, connected through our hips and our feet. And just this desire that I had this morning in my meditation for there to be a starting point of stillness. So we're going to see the complementary way of being between this stillness that's very alive and movement that's at rest, right? So our body's at rest now in stillness, but there's inner activation as we start to pay attention to our senses. And then we move, we're going to hold the space for inner stillness as the body flows. We'll see what that feels like. So if it's comfortable for you to slide your eyes closed, if that's an activity that brings you into the moment, it is for me. But if that's not for you, don't do anything that's not for you. And part of the Tai Chi practice and Qigong philosophy does include that mindful smile that is not a forced social smile, but it's a smile of arrival and contentment. And actually can be a smile down into the organs of the body. If you just activate your imagination, have this gentle smile that permeates into your brain and down into your heart and your lungs, your stomach, your spleen, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidneys, your adrenal glands, just smiling into all the parts of the body that support us in this practice this morning. Witness your breath come and go. It is the living teacher of transience and impermanence and cycle and flow. This is a reading from one of my teachers, Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen Buddhist teacher, recently passed. This is called I Have Arrived. We believe that happiness is possible only in the future. And that is why the practice of I have arrived is very important. The realization that we have already arrived, that we don't have to travel any further, that we are already here, can give us peace, joy, and contentment. The conditions for our happiness are already sufficient. We only need to allow ourselves to be in the present moment, and we will be able to touch them. The conditions for our happiness are already sufficient. We only need to allow ourselves to be in the present moment, and we will be able to touch them. So if you want to bring your hand to the heart, you can. But this is my prayer that at least for the duration of this practice, we could each let go of projecting our happiness or contentment into the future, and instead allow ourselves to sense the qualities of peace and joy, relaxation in the here and now, opening ourselves enough to make space for what's already here. And so by the time we leave this practice space, may we really feel contented, satisfied, and like we've got access to peace and to joy. May it be so. When you feel ready, you can rise to standing. And just in a mindfulness practice like this, we do have the opportunity to notice everything, right? So notice as you rise, our relationship with gravity is different, right? Now we're going to hold ourselves up from the earth as part of what fortifies and strengthens the body. So let's start in Wuji, which is standing posture of emptiness. It could be something like mountain pose in yoga, but a little bit different. So the feet are dialing open, like you could just dial your feet wider and sink them right down into the ground. And in the sinking of the feet, there's also the mirrored sinking of the tailbone with the slight bend to the knees that opens the quad, opens the hip, the leg gates, right at the hip creases. We want that to feel open because we're drawing energy up from the earth, and if we're tight here, it gets blocked, and we'll bring it up into the organs of the body. And then from that light sinking of the tailbone, there's the lifting of the crown the slight drawing in of the chin until you can kind of sense that you just lengthened your spine a little bit. Your arms are by your side. It's nice and easy, not rigid. You're not trying to push anything right now. More like you're being suspended by a cord and all the rest of your body structure is hanging from that cord. Settle your breath right down into your lower abdomen. Sense of sinking. We're aware of our center channel of the body. We've just opened it by that sinking of the tailbone and the lifting of the crown. Relaxing open the joints. We're reminded that this is a practice of intent more than force. We're going to stay nice and loose as best we can. And start by shaking the tree. Just these breezes of late have been shaking some of the leaves off the trees, so we're in good company, the trees out here. And just let it be organic. Maybe the shaking starts in the knees and the rest of the body goes with it. Maybe you kind of shift onto one foot and then the other, but you really want that feeling of shaking off anything that's stuck to us, trying to wake up our cellular energy. Right. Like shaking up the OJ in the fridge before you drink it, tastes better. Flicking off your wrists, right? Things you need to let go of. Feel that shaking up into your wrists, elbows, shoulders, knees, hips, tapping down into your heels. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do that several times. The sound associated with the heart organ is ha. So that's an interesting way to exhale. Ah. Right. If you've got a heavy heart, a few ha could be good. A few more times. Just feel yourself get a little looser. And then just watch it all slow down. Outer movement starts to dissolve. We check in or drop in, feel your interior. This yin and yang between the awareness oscillating between your interior and those moments of stillness, and then your exchange with the universe outside you in those moments of movement. Stay really anchored down into your sense of your feet on the ground and start to turn from the waist to the left and to the right. And just at first, establish the turning from your waist, your ribs, your chest. And then as the torso initiates the movement, the arms follow along, right? And then if you do choose to pick up the pace, you can feel centrifugal force drawing your hands out away from your body. And at that stopping point before you turn, your hands will naturally tap in on your body. So I'd like you to feel the naturalness of that mechanism and then add some intention to it to tap awake the body. And tap into the low back, the sides of the waist. Going to keep that little bend in our knees the whole time. Anyone who has that desire to build leg strength in the course of the practice, you can widen your stance anytime you want to into more of a horse stance. Again, early purging exercise. The breath comes in through the nose and exhale through an open mouth at least a few times. It could be the ha, could be a blowing out through a straw. Feel your head join in, rotating around this Tai Chi pole. Feel those hands really tap against the torso. You're going to slowly, the hands will rise. You're going to be tapping up into the rib cage, the chest, up toward the upper chest, toward the tops of the lungs. comfortable enough for you, the whole torso turn side to side, including the head. Perhaps even glancing over that back shoulder. It's not straining you. Tap up into the top of your shoulders at some point. A few more rounds like this. Loosening up your spine. Stable from the waist down to the earth. When you slow it down, feel the hands become lower, winding your way until that point where you observe the stillness. Arriving or arrived. Nice. You do a little sweeping. Head, shoulders are sweeping off. Yesterday's energy, not that it had to be bad energy, but you just don't need it for today. Start every day fresh and new. 24 brand new hours. See? In the sweeping, you can say thank you to the lessons of yesterday. Open yourself up for the lessons of today. And then bring your hands right up to the top and let's pat and tap and knock and pat from the crown of the head down through the body. Okay, enlivening all the cells, coming down to the sides of your skull, to your forehead and your eyebrows, around the top of your cheekbones, down the front of the face till you feel the chin, around the jawbone, to the sides of the neck, right behind the ear, down the back of your neck, around the base sides of the neck, tops of the shoulders, over to the collarbones, tap into the chest, out toward the armpits, down the rib cage, sides of the waist. And then as you let the left arm fall down, take your right palm to the chest and down, pat with a broad palm on the underside of the left hand. Yeah. Tapping away tension, tapping in, this appreciation for our bodies. Come across, other arm, tap, tap, tap. So imagine that tension, tightness, injury, inflammation, reducing with every tap. Around to the front, and now let's wrap to the back. Look down, get into your low back, tap a few times here. Down the outside of the hips, big broad hands. Outside of the legs, tops of the feet, inner ankles, inseam of the legs, arriving at the leg gates or the quad. Tapping here, soften those knees. Tap. And alternate with a knocking and a tapping. Knock, tap, knock, tap. And all blockages of tension. And let that go. Pause, wuji. Notice what's shifting inwardly, parts of the body that are more detectable instead of being just kind of invisible. Sensing the qualities of the morning, nature, or your surroundings if you're indoors. And then taking out the trash, bring the palms in towards your face. It's kind of like you're taking out the mental trash, actually. And as you sweep back, the palms going as nice, as much effort as you want. So you inhale, come up, exhale. Inhale, swing it up. And it can really be a swoosh if your body lets you do that. So go at your own pace. Cleansing mind. Right? And that mobility going through your spine more. So make space in the mind so you can be more creative, do more learning. Update your ways of thinking or seeing the world. 2 more. Taking out the trash. Yes. And the next time you got your arms up, interlace your fingers. Reroot your feet, bend your knees, press up toward the heavens and feel this expanse, you as a human being stretched between earth and heaven. And then from the waist, turn to the left. Keep twisting as far as it goes without difficulty for you. Next time you breathe in, come back to center. Get ready to turn to the right as you breathe out and rotate. 4 times to each side. The in-breath brings us back to center. The out-breath turns. You're gonna feel the low back, the Ming Men. Have a little squeeze here as we turn. That's what we want. Little action in the low back. The energy switch, turning it on. Back to center. One more time to the right. Face forward. Scoop, gather some energy from above. Slowly wash it down. Get ready to roll your spine forward so you can reach for the ground. Scooping and gathering. May that bounty of the earth bring it up to the soles of your feet into a nice open body, pausing at the mid-center for a moment until your next inhale. Reach out, reach up. Breathe out, wash down through the top of your head, just cleansing from the solar energy down toward the earth. Inhaling to gather up minerals, nutrients, all the energetic qualities we need to feel grounded and at home on our planet. Also full of inspiration, light, quality of illumination from above. Stay with that flow several rounds at your own pace. You can layer in your own imagery or your own intention as you move your body. I mean, the movements are worthy unto themselves. You don't have to add meaning, but some of us just seem to gravitate toward that, myself included. Notice that you're deepening your breath, that you're experiencing your breath more and more down into your abdomen. That there's this gliding and smoothing out of your energy field taking place. Allowing ourselves to be influenced by the trees, the sun, the sky, the fresh air, the grass, all the creatures around us. One more time. Next time you gather from the earth, take your time, but bring your palms into Bao Qi. Palms are facing the lower energy center, the lower Dantian. So it's Wu Ji, this lower Dantian facing hands. Come back to your own anatomy. How relaxed can you be in the front of your hips? How easy can your breathing be? Can you dissolve tension from your shoulders even while you're holding the hands in front of your low energy center? So you're nurturing breaths right here. Hands, chi-filled hands aimed in at your lower organs. Your hands will find the sides of your waist, small circles spiraling our way toward larger hip circles. As present in the moment as you can. Even if you've got some really pressing things that call your attention out, don't judge yourself. When you find yourself thinking about them, just have a little smile and come back to your body and to this moment. Just re-arriving as often as you need to. Take a few rounds with the hip circles, feeling like you're really exploring the outer edges. Let your head swirl around too, if that's helpful. Your neck loosen up. Being sure not to lock the knees straight, a little bend. At some point, start this circles the other way. If you haven't taken a nice hefty exhale through an open mouth, anytime's a good time for that. Wind that back to stillness and pause now with the arms once again down by our sides. Some progressive side bending to open the sides of the spine. Gonna lift the right ear up and just pause for a moment. Feel the head sink to the left. Come back to the center, opposite side. Elevate your left ear to the heavens, right ear toward the earth. Pause and breathe. And we're each going to start to find a flow from side to side. Right? So we all of us probably have a spine that looks a little different, feels a little different. So I want you to go with what feels beneficial for you. Keeping your chest at this time forward, well supported through your feet, your legs, and your hips. Feel the way as you lean right, you're opening the left side of the spine, spinal joints, and as you lean to the left, you're opening that right side. And if you think it would feel good, let that hand really, those fingertips drape down toward the ground. A couple more times side to side. You could add, when the right hand sinks, the left hand lifts any amount. And then you could do the same on the other side. Left hand sinks, right arm lifts, just to increase that opening through the rib cage, but remaining in the side bending of the spine. Couple more times, side to side. Feel how there's both steadiness in your body and fluidity. Waist down, steady, well supported, grounded. Waist up, fluid, flow. Excellent. When you come back to center and you've been equal on both sides, slide your hands onto your thighs. Softly come forward, however much is healthy for you. Some stopping along the way, some coming all the way down into a soft forward fold. You could cup your opposite elbows into a ragdoll if you wanted, and you can rock your torso side to side. So if you're supported up with your hands on your thighs, because that feels best, you can also shift your hips and shoulders. Think about you're waving your spine like you had a long strand of seaweed and you're swooshing it through the water left and right. You want to feel your spine loosened up. Another moment in your fold. Get still for a sec. And roll yourself back up one vertebrae at a time, like, you know, a puppet being slowly brought back to standing up. And then I'd like you to put your hands on your waist and step your feet wider. I'd like you to be able to have a little traction. Okay, so off the mat is what I have in mind, like wider than a yoga mat. And place your right hand with your elbow bent along your low back. So it's the back of the right hand, right in the low back to keep us aware of that area. And we're going to take the left hand and you're going to look at your left hand. The left hand's going to come up overhead like you're holding the sun overhead. And then down toward the right, you're going to bend at the waist any amount that works for your body and come all the way back up. So as you rise with the left hand, you got a soft gaze on the palm. Breathe out as that left hand comes around and you're bending at the waist. So that's the flow. Go slow and steady. You don't want to overdo it and strain your back in any way. Follow your breathing pattern. It's called holding the sun. And then pause with your hand overhead so we all meet up. And then as you start to turn toward the right, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, come around, keep your right knee bent, turn your left toes to the left a little more and reach your left fingertips toward your left foot, tuck your chin in toward your chest, pause, stay, stretching that inseam of the left leg. Prepare to come out by lifting your body up, bend your left knee, hold your left palm outside your left shoulder, straighten your right leg. If you know warrior two, this is the footing. Take your left palm back behind you, softly gazing. That left elbow is bent. You're opening through the chest. Good. Come back, gaze at the sun in your left palm. Good. And then straighten both legs, turn all the toes forward, bend your left elbow, slide it to your low back. Right hand comes out. Bring it up, holding the sun in the right palm. Legs stay long for now with the soft bend in the knees. A nice sweeping movement all the way up. Exhale on the descent down. At your breathing rate. Full inhale whenever you rise. Nice exhale when you come down. So let it imprint. Remember, it's not a practice where more is better. We're trying to move with minimal effort and maximum acquisition of chi through the hands, the feet, through the breath, even if we take in chi through our eyes when our gaze is soft. Finish your loop. We'll all meet up with the right palm overhead. So just finish and don't alter your pace, please. As you start to come around to the left, bend your left knee deeply. Bring that right palm down toward your right foot. Angle your right toes out a little bit more. Right fingertips toward right foot, chin tucks in. Sit down into that bent left knee a little more. Prepare to rise. Come on up. Bend the right knee. Hold your right palm out. Straighten your left leg. And then take that right palm back behind you. Come back. Have a look at the right palm. Turn your toes forward as you bend the right hand, put your right hand behind. So we're just going to do that one more time, the full circuit, all the way up and around with the bent knee. We're going to come up with the left hand, around, bend the right knee, sweep around, left fingertips to left toes, pause for an exhale. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Come into a little back bend, palm there. Back to center, turn forward, left hand at the low back. Inhale out to the right, up, around, prepare to bend the left knee, come down, right fingertips toward right toes, chin drop. Your right knee, warrior two, footing, back bend with your right palm gently behind. Turn forward, both hands to the low back, pause, become still. Turn those palms to face your low back. Give a rub to the kidneys and all the muscles of the low back. Head falls forward. Nice little rub. Increasing your kidneys' capacity to store chi, your chi bank account, as they say. And then when the hands come down by the side and the gaze tips forward, take your palms up for spinal cord breathing. So you're going to do a little back bend. The tailbone goes back, the elbows draw back, the fingers splay wide open, the breath comes in. Good. And then we're going to curl it all in, squeeze, draw your navel in, tuck your head down. And that's the flow. It's intended to be a full range of motion. Inhale. Cleansing exhale if you want through an open mouth. And then just follow that flow, and you're listening to your body. Maybe you need that super gentle day, and or maybe you're having a day where your body just wants to wake up, it wants sensation, it wants that, feeling of aliveness. So very adaptable practice. These next few rounds, listen to the sound of your own breathing. Sometimes we're a little more interested in listening to the sounds of nature without realizing the sound of our own human breath is very much a nature sound. Notice your spinal cord get a little more flexible. Notice anyway that your lungs feel like they can hold a little more air. And let's come back to Wu Ji, Bao Qi hands. Hands in. Take a few moments in imagery of your body just being like one big chi sponge. You're just soaking it in through every pore. You're filling all the reserves that you have, whether it's psychic energy, mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy, all those reservoirs being filled. Dragon rises from the earth is the next flow. Now take your right palm and connect with the earth force. You can even imagine a glowing column from your right palm into the earth, like pulsating energy both ways. And the left hand is the dragon, scoops up, tracing up from the pelvic floor, up the center channel of the body, all the way overhead. While you hold earth force, you reach up to heaven force. Take a big scoop. Draw it down to the crown of your head. So we're continuing to open the center channel of the body. Come on down. Left hand connects with earth force. Activate that imagery, left palm and earth in a pulsing conversation. Right hand becomes the dragon, scooping up, rising. It's your overhead, nice big generous gathering, sky energy, drawing it down through the crown of the head. It washes down, just continuing to cleanse that center channel, wide open. Right palm, earth force. Left hand, dragon rising. Left hand holds earth force. Right hand rising. Gathering. Receiving. Washing. Opening. Both hands, earth force. Be mindful not to over effort. Bring both hands together. Bring the fingertips down in front of the pubic bone. Rise, tracing, center channel, meridian of the body up overhead. Both hands gathering. Exhale, both hands drawing cleansing energy down through the body. Back to earth force and hold. Meditative pause. Take either a re-step or even just walk around in a little circle. You know how a dog does, looking for like the perfect place to lay down? So we're gonna get ready. We're shifting into our Tai Chi. That was our Qigong warm-up. It's the older sister of Tai Chi. Very powerful practice. So let's find our new footing. All right. Let's rub our hands. Take a few shifting breaths. It's a continuation of what we've been doing, but I love the practice of a shifting breath. Clap. Yay. Got out of bed. Got to the park for 8 a.m. Pretty good. And then a chi ball right in front of your lower dantian. And eyes open or closed, whatever helps activate your sensitivities or your imagination. You start to pulse on that ball, right? Like you are massaging or bringing to life your life force, your chi, your personal chi. And you're mixing it, like mingling your personal signature chi with universal chi that's all around us. So we're just making this nice cushion in our palms. And we're going to take the chi ball over in front of the left hip. Everyone can see. Left palm on top, right hand on the bottom, harmonizing yin and yang. So as we start our flow of rotating to the right, that right hand rises, the left hand follows along, and we reform the chi ball off the right hip with the right palm facing down. Space between the fingers, relaxed joints. Rotate, harmonizing yin and reform the chi ball, left hand on top, palms face each other. Prepare to turn to the right and shift your weight to your right foot a little more as you turn. Reform the ball off your right hip, right hand on top. Rotate. Maybe a nice big in breath, shifts your weight a little to your left foot. Exhale to reform the ball. Inhale. Be ready to turn. How soft can your shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers be as we flow? So you can move at our own pace, or we could enjoy all moving as one. It's really up to you. That weight shifting just adds just enough complexity to keep your mind present. I'd say give it a try. Some people might want to even lift one foot off the ground. So when you shift to your left foot, you can lift your right foot up momentarily. And as you turn, set your right foot back down. So it's going to feel like you're walking in place. So that's not necessary. You can keep both feet on the ground, but if it makes it a little bit more interesting, why not? Once the movement imprints, you certainly don't have to strive for any perfection. You want flow and maintaining as much connection between your hands as possible. There's times where you feel like you're reshaping that ball, maybe you're stretching it. But you kind of, it's like your dance partner is your own chi ball. A lot of dancing at our house. It's an easy analogy. Do you even have a sense of a quality that you want to add into your chi ball just for this day? For example, maybe you already know this day is going to require a little more patience than usual. Maybe you're going to put that as an ingredient into your chi ball. Maybe just a little more calm awareness instead of getting thought all day long. We're going to prepare to regroup our hands over in front or off the left hip. So take your time, don't change your speed. But when you get over to the left hip, pause, turn the ball a half a turn. Right hand's on top, left hand's on the bottom. Pulse a time or two. Really keep that connection between the hands going. Good. And then brush knee, send chi. That top hand, right hand, comes down gently on a diagonal slope toward the right knee, like you were going to brush it. And as you continue to turn, the left hand sends chi out toward that right space. Left hand fades down, right hand rises. And as you prepare to turn, it would be the left hand brushing left knee, right hand sending chi. And that's the pattern. Right hand fades, left hand rises as you rotate. Right hand brushes knee, left hand sends. So continue with that, and bear in mind keeping the center column, that Tai Chi pole, intact as you move is desirable. So if you put your hands too far away from your body, you're really taking yourself off center. Choice is yours, but one of the challenges is to maintain that upright center channel and rotate around the center channel. Once it imprints, how little do you have to think about the motion? And you can just feel the flow, be present to the sounds in the park this morning. Little flickers of sunlight as it comes through the leaves. The sacredness of your own breath as it comes and goes. Meditation in motion, medicine in motion. Take another pass or two. Eventually meeting up, facing forward in a seal, crossing the wrists, hands hugging in, body sinks, can return to that wuji with its additional hand position. Pausing to seal in the acquired chi thus far. Remembering that your energy is your own and you can protect it as needed. The wrists move away from each other. The elbows stay where they are, and the forearms become like two blades as we cut through to clarity, sending the right hand forward and the left hand might be back by that left ear, but the gaze stays forward because this is about clarity and vision. Switch it. Left hand forward, right hand comes back a bit. And then adapt that movement so that, it works for your body, it works for your shoulders, your neck. And in your mind's eye, you can just say silently a few times, cutting through to clarity. And that clarity might include reducing a few things off your list for the day that really aren't essential and that would cause you to be frenzied. Maybe that's the clarity you need. Maybe you need some sense of how much is enough. A few more times, cutting through to clarity. Just as the hands pass by the head, this little mind cleansing. Return again to this protection cross, relax your shoulders, sink into your feet. Seal that in. Let your arms fall down by your side for a moment. Give them a little shake in case anything's getting stiff. Stay loose. And then hands over to the front left hip. And then you're going to take the right palm and face it up. These are cloud hands. And the left palm faces down, almost like earth force with the left hand. And the right hand is the upper level of clouds. And as we rotate, we feel like we're just dragging our fingertips through a substance, leaving a trail, like trailing off cloud. And then when the right hand fades down to connect with the earth force, the left hand rises. We rotate again, revolving around center point, hands like clouds floating through the sky. And our breath is synchronized. So you can do that for yourself. I'm inhaling as I begin the turn. I kind of exhale as I'm concluding the turn and the hands are changing. If that works for you. Nice deep inhale as you come across. Exhale and switch the hands. You can do a little weight shifting or walking in place as long as it doesn't diminish the experience. Notice how generous and how satisfying those exhales are. How you've gained enough proficiency in these simple moves that you can allow your awareness to be including the movements, but not only the movements, present to the environment, present to the rise and fall of thoughts, even without having to examine them. And same thing even as emotions rise and fall like waves passing through. We are offering attention without examination or judgment. Take another pass or two. Just dancing with your own chi. You feel satisfied, meet up in the cross, the seal. Take a couple of breaths. Integrate, digest. And integrating yin and yang. So softly bring your hands all the way up. Just relaxed, rounded, so your palms come down. Rounding softly forward. Feel the back of your spine open as you reach for the ground. Drawing up the yin, earth energy, dark, cool, nurturing, calming. Preparing to reach out and up. Drawing down this enlivening, yang energy. Inviting those two to mingle in just the right balance for today. And you can follow that flow at the pace that feels good for you. Integrating yin and yang. Notice the wonderful feeling of not being rushed. One more time. This movement of integration. Next time we all have our hands overhead, I'm going to pause and we're going to trace, charge, and seal the channels of the body. So the palms rest on the head, they're chi-filled, love-filled hands on the head. Slide your broad palms down toward the sides of your skull, toward the rear of your skull, down the back of your neck, around the sides of your neck, over the tops of your shoulders. Feel your elbows come together. Come down over the heart, around the chest and rib cage, onto the back body. Palms slide down the low back, back sides of the legs, around down over the tops of your feet. Sealing in any leaks up the inside, pausing at the groin. Pause right here. Again, open those leg gates. Nice, easy breath. Now we're going to gather energy into each of the three dantians. We're going to start by taking the right hand back behind us. We're going to be scooping energy into the lower dantian, 2 inches below. You're going to gather, you're going to kind of sweep it in, and then you're going to turn the other way. So that right hand just kind of points in, turn to the left, sweep from behind you, bring your left palm towards your lower energy center. You're going to do that several times on each side. It's just kind of flowing. You're gathering in, bringing it in, lower dantian. You fill that energy bank account. Softly sweeping in. Your power center, your gut, your intuition, some trusty guidance comes from here. The next time the hands gather in back over that lower dantian, pause for an inhale and an exhale. Move your hands up to the middle dantian, which in this tradition is the heart. So let's do the same thing. Gather from the universe resources into the heart. Nice, easy breathing, sweeping movements, no strain. Gathering in what we need for the heart to be supported, nurtured, cared for, open and generous, and also wise. Time on each side, gathering this universal energy into the heart. And then third dantian is up in the forehead, right? Third eye center, palms are here. Let's do the same thing. Turning, weeping, gathering energy into the upper dantian. So a mind that's, brain that's healthy, a mind that's able to process and reason, have insight, creativity, agility as needed, and a mind that knows how to return to the calm state of contentment. One more time on each side, gathering into the upper dantian. And then slowly the palms turn toward the earth. Bring it back down. Palms rest on or in front of the lower dantian as the feet step in closer. Fresh step to each foot. Bend the knees a little bit. Relax all the efforts. Let yourself drift and move a little bit. A bamboo in the breeze. Grounded through your feet, but supple and soft, flexible and flowing in the rest of your body. Observe your body as one whole unified field of energy. So the way that your thinking has kind of sunk down deeper into your body, right? It's not just all electrical activity in the brain. Slow that down and then prepare to take a seat or recline. So you have a nice time remaining for integration. I guess if you're at home, you could get on the couch and really be comfortable. So it's just as good whether you're seated. It might feel even better if you can let yourself recline, if you're comfortable with that, because it really helps the fluids of the body to circulate. But do as you wish. And just take some initial moments to get your body feeling comfortable. Right? If you're seated, you'll just notice a few moments for the hips to relax and the leg bones to open. If you're reclining, you're letting that gentle momentum of the movement practice start to subside. We're all allowing the head to relax in whatever position it's placed. You can feel the presence of the shoulders either sinking down onto the ground or resting downward in the direction of the hips if you're seated. If it suits you, the eyes are softly closed, and we remind ourselves that that gentle smile, that is a smile of contentment and self-assurance, is present. We're letting go of any efforts to manage the breath, and now we are just one with the natural flow of inhalation and exhalation. You can feel tension dissolving from the face and the jaw. If the eyelids are closed, that helps further inform the way that relaxation could be experienced for you. You're reclining, really allow that full weight of your torso to continue to sink down. Feel how your low back is drifting down toward the earth. For some, the knees may be bent to make the low back happier. For some, the legs might be lengthened out with the thigh bones grounding you down toward the earth. Visit your feet with your mind's eye, with your attention. Notice how much more connected you are to your feet than usual. You can allow that smiling, relaxed energy. Imagine it coming down and circulating in, through, and around every single one of your organs in your body. Even if you don't know what the organs look like, just imagine this pure, refined, high-level chi flowing through all your veins, arteries, influencing the good health and function of every organ, every gland, every system, hydrating all the tissues of the body, and the fluids of the body is flowing natural at healthy rate. And spending a couple of minutes in radiant stillness and quiet. Notice the conditions for happiness are already present. We've been able to allow ourselves to be in the present moment. And we've been able to touch those qualities of spaciousness, peace, joy, contentment, connection. Take a few deeper breaths now. Bring a little movement to your body, even just one maybe body part at a time. And greet that body part with that gentle smile. And as you move fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, arms, legs, look for the ease. Right? Look for where you feel fluid and open and softer and supple and present. So usually we find what we're looking for if we're willing to notice it. And if you're reclining, you'll come up to a seat, maybe even give a little bend forward for a moment. Feel how lovely it is to loosen up your low back like that. And we'll find our way to stand up and form a little closing circle. Our closing circle includes all those who are practicing virtually with us. If you want to come on in and come to a place where you would be able to see everyone in the circle. So it might mean you all move up. So I don't want to block anybody's view. So let's take a look around and just give that a hello, that bow of recognition, and share it, an outer smile with each other. It's really a pleasure to be together. The book Prayers for 1,000 Years. One of those books that I had in seminary, and I thought it was real. This one's really beautiful. This is a reading by Diane Ackerman. In the name of the daybreak and the eyelids of morning, and the wayfaring moon, and the night when it departs, I promise I will not dishonor my soul with hatred, but I will offer myself humbly as a guardian of nature, as a healer of misery, as a messenger of wonder, and an architect of peace. In the name of the sun and its mirrors, and the day that embraces it, and the clouds sometimes drawn over it, even the uttermost night, and the crowning seasons of the firefly and the apple, I promise I will honor all of life wherever and in whatever form it may dwell. On earth, my home, and also in the mansions of the stars. So let's honor this practice and each other by reminding ourselves of our strength with our right fist. And even take a moment. Are there moments today where you are going to want to have your power easily accessible, your strength, your resolve? And the left hand, our gentleness, our kindness, our compassion, and wrapping that around the fist. And draw to mind some moments when you want to show up as your kindest, most compassionate, understanding self. I imagine this day will be a dance of both. So hands are drawn in, and we'll just give a little bow to the center, to the yin yang, the balance, and to the tradition. And namaste to each other. Thank you for being here. Namaste to those who practice virtually with us. All have a really beautiful day. Thank you.